Hello everyone, welcome to Supermoon Camp. Today we're having a panel on Metaverse Economies, and let me share a little bit more information on the Supermoon Camp if you're just joining us for the first time. Supermoon Camp is exclusive pop-up crypto community. We're gathering a lot of like-minded people under one roof in different locations around the world. And the main purpose of our camp is actually drive crypto adoption further, and that's why we're hosting different panels. We want to keep them more conversational so everyone get to know more about crypto space and meet people behind different crypto projects. And my name is Elena. I'm a founder of that camp, and I'm also founder of a FlashBack project. And today I have three amazing speakers. There is Mike Robinson, who is the head of partnerships with Computecoin Network. And we have Masha Prusa, who is a Polygon, and Gil Klein, Gil Klein, who is an entrepreneur. He's a business developer, business development consultant, and he also doing a business development for Blockchain Center in New York. And guys, I just want to give you a chance to introduce yourself. Mike, let's start with you.
So thank you very much. Happy to be here. Mike Robinson, just a researcher that just enjoys crypto. And, I see tons of opportunities moving forward. I do believe what we're witnessing at the moment is the technologification of society. Mm-hmm.
And Masha?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Masha. I'm head of public relations for Polygon. I also advise DeFi Trends, which is a women-founded data analytics company based here in Miami. I'm a partner of Story VC. It's an early-stage venture fund, and we back mostly NFT, DeFi, gaming companies. And I guess you heard of Polygon. It's Ethereum-based solution for development and infrastructure. We also recently launched Polygon Studios, which is the gaming and NFT arm of Polygon. It's a fund, $100 million fund. So we invest and support the games NFT projects out of this fund.
That's really amazing. Thank you, Masha. And Gil?
Hi, guys. I'm Gil Klein. I've been an advocate for blockchain technology for well over a decade. I'm involved in several projects in the metaverse as well, but right now my main focus is the development of Blockchain Center. And similar to Supermoon Camp, we're trying to get like-minded people in the crypto community to build an economy and work together rather than, be against each other like in the last 10 years the tech world was, and really rewrite the script on how technology will work for us rather than against us like it is today. At least that's how a lot of people feel.
Yeah, that's couldn't say better. And yeah, today we want to discuss more about Metaverse. It's like there's so many buzz around in the space, everyone discussing Metaverse and what's gonna be happening next. And yesterday, actually, since we're in Miami, right, for Art Week, there are a lot of events happening. And one of our supermooners, Daniel, he was we were all gathering to go to a party. And we were asking Daniel, do you want to go with us? He was like, oh, I feel so lazy. Can I just join you guys with through a metaverse? And I was feeling yeah, so people now getting so lazy. They don't really want to go anywhere. Do you think our reality will be shifting towards our metaverse and everyone will be just sitting at home and joining parties through their smartphones?
It's an interesting question. And I have a lot of people ask me that. A lot of people who are new to crypto, especially, and they're a little hesitant to get involved. They're like, okay, well, this metaverse is not so great. I mean, people are just going to get lazier than they already are. However, there are a lot of companies out there that are trying to marry reality and the metaverse together, whether it's through AR, which is really the best way because you have the real life with a second layer, right? That is AR, and that links you up to the metaverse. But there's dozens of different ways where you can, on one hand, sure, be digitally involved. Let's say you're in another country, you can't travel for whatever reason, or you're sick, or whatever the case may be. But as well for people to meet up and to have experiences outside in the world. So I mean, this kind of question is always gets brought up, when talking about metaverse.
I'm actually on the same page as Gil, and what I'm seeing at the moment is the metaverse is becoming a little bit cliche. The term, right? Most people don't understand what it is.
Too broad.
Exactly,
It's
so
too
broad. It's just a digital layer on top of reality, right? So if you are staring at your phone or any screens, you're already staring at the metaverse.
Yeah.
Now it's how do we bring all of it together so it can be more efficient and we can have a more, I would say, a real time experience with large amounts of people. So, I don't think it's making people lazy. I think it's actually helping us be more efficient, but we have to be careful with what we roll out, right?
Yeah,
as far as
exactly, and like how you create the permissions, how do you create the user experience,
Exactly.
so it's not all encompassing, but rather, provides that second layer of security that people look for in this decentralization in general.
No.
If I can add something, I think it's specifically during COVID that people got stuck at home and the metaverse became more and more popular. They started playing the video games much more, VR, augmented reality, and this was quite a significant catalyzer in the metaverse being created.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And we see like a lot of tendencies. And like before, like we had like a lot of games, right? Like World of Warcraft. It's also a metaverse, right? A lot of people were playing. They were just
it's its own metaverse.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's a metaverse.
But then we saw Travis Scott have like a concert,
right?
Within a video game, and people downloaded that video game and started playing it literally just to experience that. You know what I mean? So and then obviously the people that were playing the video game experienced Travis Scott. Maybe they weren't into hip hop, before. So it's interesting how just from a marketing standpoint as well, you can kind of create these marriages between different entities and different companies to bring people together in a way that's digital and in a way that maybe you can socially distance, or just can't travel, maybe not even COVID related for whatever reason. It creates like a second layer. Like I have these sunglasses. They're Bose sunglasses, and it's Bluetooth. So I wear my sunglasses. I can listen to music and talk to people. I remember years ago I went to a party, like a headphone party, right? Where like everybody there's like 3 channels, 3 different DJs, and like everybody can listen to their own music. Yeah. But if you take the headphones off, it's complete silence and everyone's dancing like. And I don't know. For me, that was kind of like the first time I thought like, wait, what if people can get together, not just physically, but also because people could have been at home and had a headphone party. You know what I mean? So,
right.
But do you think they really experience like it at home? Like, for example, if they're joining the festival, are they actually dancing at home?
I'd like to think so. But who knows? That's everyone's own prerogative.
No, but go ahead.
But if you just dance at home with your headphones, this is so boring. You want people to be around. So I think this metaverse world is interesting, but even in the metaverse, and like me and my friends during COVID, we would bring everyone together and we would put a Zoom and we would do all together the yoga class or play a game or do something as a community. So I think it's still we're humans, we're very social animals. And we really need other people. So I think metaverse is good, but still it's it won't be completely switching to metaverse and staying home and getting fat and just lying on the couch and being in this world.
I definitely agree. I think we started like losing metaverse is amazing, right? But I completely agree that people they cannot experience their real life things like activities if they're just in the metaverse. Right. And especially Mike.
So that's the issue right now, right? If you think about technology and the build out, like all the experiences in the past, I never had a cell phone, right? Now I can't go anywhere without my cell phone.
Exactly.
Right. But keeping that in mind, I think every time we create new technology that becomes a bit addictive, and we have these, amazing experiences, we lose a little bit of our humanity.
Absolutely.
Which is what we have to be careful of, right? Moving forward. And what we're facilitating at Computecoin is a self-evolving AI, right? Or computer.
Right.
So we're building out the the infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
because what we're seeing is there's just way too many inefficiencies, and the cloud, industry is just really centralized. And a lot of the crypto projects are built on centralized cloud platforms,
Right.
which is not decentralized.
Exactly.
So we are just facilitating the aggregation of decentralized cloud storage. That's going to help the underlying infrastructure for the metaverse.
That's for sure. I mean, decentralization is a very important aspect. People want to join the community, and there are people building relationships there, right? They don't want it to disappear one day because some corporation failed.
Exactly. Because their service shut down,
And they want to have a private life, right? How can you have a private life if it's centralized and someone owns your data?
That's why I think it's so important. I noticed that the crypto community, especially, they even the entities that are trying to capitalize a lot, right? A lot of the focus is on decentralization. I think that script is important looking forward, especially as we move towards the metaverse, whatever that may entail. Because if we write the script in a decentralized manner, with tech, okay, and how that, just like you said, before nobody was walking around with their cell phone, right? But now you literally can't leave it because they helped design it so that it can be that way. And the same thing will happen, just hopefully in a way that will, protect users' freedoms and their rights and their decisions, and hopefully give a user-friendly way for them to do that, right? Because right now, anybody can write a smart contract if they know how to write a smart contract, right? But so if I go to my grandma and she's an artist or whatever, and she wants to sell some art, she can't just, write herself a smart contract with royalties, because she needs some help to do that, So it'd be interesting if there becomes more user-friendly ways to do these types of things without taking away the freedom and the rights of individuals.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping to see moving down the line.
Likewise.
Yeah.
And what do you think, bringing people into metaverse space? What are the main motivation behind?
Well, bringing people into metaverse space, Metaverse Economies, metaverse space is pretty large. So we should maybe talk a little bit about what is it first, and where and how we can bring people in each individual spaces. So metaverse, we can say that crypto blockchain is metaverse, the games are metaverse, the VR virtual reality, augmented reality is a metaverse. NFTs are part of the metaverse, specifically all these projects like Sandbox or Decentraland, where you can own pieces of property or land and buy them at all different games. So how to bring more people? You were totally right about it has to be accessible. For example, right now, if you're doing DeFi, if you're doing yield farming and you want to work on different chains, there are different chains on your MetaMask, right? Ethereum, Phantom, there is Binance Smart Chain, Polygon. And right now people have to go to the bridge and switch from one to another.
And it seems simple to maybe us, right? But to someone, to many others, it's really not that simple without having to go to YouTube and maybe landing in the wrong video that'll tell them to do something else. Do you know what I mean? So
losing money.
Yeah. So it's a very, very delicate situation. But there's experiences. I own shares in a company, Illicit Space, and what they do is they actually created this metaverse AR experience, almost like Pokemon Go, where artists, you have to connect your MetaMask, so only an artist can do this, but they can drop their NFTs on the map, and you can view the web app to view the NFT right here. So we could all take a selfie next to this statue or next to a CryptoPunk or whatever the case may be, and that's allowed us to have artists display their art all over New York City, all over Miami during NFT NYC during this week, and people are actually going physically and traveling the city just to see the art. And that's something that we think is a perfect, segue to what we're discussing here, because, it is a metaverse. You need a screen, you need a web app, right? Or a wearable, hopefully in the future, so you don't have to hold up a phone, but you're still going out, you're still outside, you're interacting, you're taking pictures with your friends, taking videos, and sharing it. And the artist gets to solve the viewing problem, in general with NFTs, without having to put a headset or you know.
But
That's for sure.
the main problem right now is the
Mhm.
accessibility.
Yeah.
Going back to what Masha was saying as
Yeah.
well. And then like interoperability. I mean, that should be facilitated without anyone even knowing.
Seamlessly.
Yeah.
Not
Without
everyone
having to
have
hold on your
VR
phone,
set.
Go to a web app, but
Yeah.
rather it's just there.
Right.
Yeah. Everyone should be able to access it right now. Like not everyone has a VR set, right? Not everyone has like an iPhone. Everyone have different devices, different internet connection.
Different internet connections
maybe
are a
it
big thing
should
as well.
maybe it should all start with school. If we put our kids to school and they have classes on gaming, how to use computer, what is a metaverse, how to create their own realities,
Let them decide.
how to play
good
the
idea.
games,
You
for
just-
example.
You hit
So
it like
genius.
right on the head. Like
Yeah,
right
so
now, the
genius.
schooling system is very archaic, right? So
Yeah.
what we're talking about, they consider this cutting edge. I guess it would be considered cutting
Mhm.
edge,
Mhm.
but I mean, where do you start, right? It would
Yeah.
be in schooling.
And specifically gaming, right now the gaming communities, it's incredible, the play to earn games where you can
Right.
actually make money by playing. Look at Axie Infinity. The entire families were taken out of poverty by learning how to play Axie Infinity and actually making money by playing games. Another one is the create to earn, which is really interesting, where players in the game can create their own gaming assets
Mhm.
because it's all open source. If you know a little bit how to code, you can create the gaming assets and sell them to other participants, and this
Wow,
way
that's
also
so
making
cool.
money while playing. So that's
It's amazing for kids. Imagine like I would have like extra pocket money just like playing a game, right? And then I'm learning also about economies, about financial markets.
Absolutely.
I get like already a
Absolutely.
basic knowledge just through playing a game or like interacting with my friends. It's something that is really cool. Like I played so many games like when I was a child. Like I definitely learned a lot of things from there,
Right.
right?
Would have been
And
nice
that's
to earn.
yeah. And I think like
Game change.
and you can add like a lot of other content in the metaverse that actually helps kids to learn better, right?
Absolutely.
And it was also interesting to see that like first we started with gaming, right? Gaming is a like massive industry, but now we see like in metaverse more art galleries. They're popping up like everywhere in the space, right? We have also like some concerts happening. That is like super cool.
I think that's the most exciting facet, having concerts. I mean, imagine going to a concert, right? But then there's also individuals in other countries that are also attending that concert.
Right.
Maybe at a discounted price because they're not physically there, sure.
Yeah.
But
They can be even for free there.
But still, with a VR headset, they can certainly, that's already very much possible. But I kind of foresee an AR type of, like a VR. I don't like it just because it's too much. You're all the way inside. AR, you're just
Yeah,
looking at
I
the
don't
screen.
like
You can just
VR.
put it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And see what's
that
going on.
much.
Gil, you know what's crazy?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
I work with artists as well.
Sure.
Right? And, with the whole COVID thing that took place, they're missing out on a lot of money. Concerts, they can't throw, right?
Yeah.
So what if, right, just like you were saying, they like just sell virtual tickets so people can attend with like
Virtual
VR
con-
or AR,
concert.
right? And you can actually pay for the experience that you want. If you want an on-stage experience,
Oh,
Boom.
interesting.
Right.
Very interesting.
exactly.
And
Right.
the beautiful thing is, this is already possible. It's already doable. It's already being done. Just it's being smoothed out by a lot of companies. It's not really perfectly there, but this is already on the table. There's a lot of ideas that can be discussed, properly funded, well executed, and brought to life because of decentralization, because of the economy that is within crypto. And that's unlike, what we were seeing in the past 20 years with the tech uptake, with the smart screens and et cetera, and internet computers, because it was all, like everybody was against each other. Nobody was
Right.
sharing
Yeah.
information, ideas. You had to just like spend all of your money basically getting few individuals to think together in a closed space rather than having discussions like this.
For
So.
sure. And I think for our next question, I want to bring Francesca to kind of show us a very good point on experience in the metaverse.
We can taste champagne in the
Oh,
metaverse.
so
Wow.
bubbly. Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, so in metaverse, you can be hit by...
Wow. Well, so it'd be cool if maybe if somebody was in a concert and an experience and you can sell a digital champagne and when you drink it, maybe everything goes fuzzy.
Right.
On the
I mean,
screen.
yeah.
Francesco,
nothing's
thank you so
nothing
much.
is impossible as long as you want to do it. You just have to
Thank you.
get together and do it, get the funding and execute.
Thank you,
There we go.
Francesco.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers,
to the
guys.
metaverse.
Cheers to the metaverse.
Metaverse. I think the ideas are it's like endless right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's now, how do we get proactive about rolling them out? Because there's so much that we can do that we have yet to do.
Absolutely. Just I don't want to miss on this kind of experience, right? Gathering with friends, like opening like a bottle of champagne or whatever else it is, right? Just like having actual conversation.
Yeah.
And do you think like we can actually have this kind of experience in the metaverse?
Well, Gil just shared a cool
I
one.
think so.
Yeah.
I really do think so. I think that even when the technology has been brought up to everyone's ideas and the let's just say, okay, whatever it means,
How can you
metaverse is
taste?
fully implemented.
Right.
I think that'll still be a thing. And maybe we won't be able to taste champagne. Maybe we will, because maybe there will be a technology that will give us some
Digital
type of
champagne.
sensory. Yeah,
Sci-fi world.
but I can even think of right now an experience where somebody can.
It's like these 5D rooms or like how's it called? Yeah, when like they're
You can literally, if you're having a concert, a digital concert, literally sell digital champagne. Like you
Yeah.
have to buy it, and when you buy it for 2-3 minutes,
digital champagne, amazing.
Your screen is shaky, and like the colors are buzzed or whatever, and then it goes away. And if you want to experience it again, you can buy another drink just like in real life.
Wow.
Oh my god,
Why
yeah,
not?
you can make like a screen
not?
blurry, right? So people feel like they're also getting drunk. It's like you
Sure.
got too much digital champagne.
Yeah, absolutely, sure. And there's really like anything can be done if people put their minds to it and get together and make it happen. So,
Yeah.
I'm very positive with the whole, social aspect of metaverses.
Yeah, I'm thinking that metaverse is going to become just like another form of entertainment, such as we go skiing or we go to a concert to see our friends or we go play golf. And here we're going to open our screens, tell our friends around the world, let's meet at this metaverse and do something. So I honestly don't think that it will become our absolute reality. It will be just one of the entertainment forms that we will be more accustomed for. And as we were saying, we just need more education. We need to have it at schools, and we need it to become more accessible for a regular person to enter metaverse, be it in crypto, in gaming, in VR, or anywhere else. And even Facebook became Meta right now and bought almost all of the VR companies. So I think that we're going there.
Yeah, I hope in more decentralized way.
Hopefully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you know what's funny? It's like how archaic our current system is. Like when you take a look at how people get paid, right?
Right.
You work for 2 weeks before you actually get paid or whatever it is. There's a delay. But now with like the integration of blockchain and VR,
it's real
AR,
time. Just
real time
Yeah.
streaming payments, right?
Right.
You pay monthly for your subscription for Netflix. Now imagine like me, most of the time, I don't have the time to watch the shows.
Agreed.
So if I just paid for like the 5 minutes that I
Yeah.
watched, right, it would be worth it, not me wasting my money.
That's so
But, yeah.
true. So just like kind of like as you're filling up your tank, you're paying as you fill it up.
Exactly.
So you're paying as you experience rather than a boom, one set cost and then that's very nice.
And guys, okay, we can start summarizing what we discussed. And I wanted just like to let you mention like in just like maybe a couple of words, what do you think Metaverse is missing like right now that can like bring people into space except for education?
What it's missing right now, I can talk about a little bit about VR. So right now I'm advising the VR company called X Lab. Have you heard of X Lab? We had a big opening party on Monday, about 1,000 people at Fayeno Forum. We launched the NFT auction on Wednesday. So they're a VR company. They have their VR sets at the office, but you don't really see the VR sets outside there in the parks or in the kids' playgrounds. So I think what's missing is adoption. So those companies, either they're a bit too early yet, or it's too expensive, for example, for the government to pay to put the VR sets for the kids to be able to put the glasses and play or learn, do it outdoors and make it more public, or buy those VR sets for schools and universities. So to push the people to learn what it is. But I think the issue here is maybe the adoption. So the authorities, they do not know yet much about it. And the technology is maybe not that advanced also. So I think if we can fix this and get the authorities, the government more involved and try to give it for public and fund it, then it will be much sooner adopted.
I couldn't have said it better than myself. It's really tech, you know. I mean, I believe that once wearables are a little bit more advanced and user friendly, I think that'll be the missing piece. But education and adoption, because many people just out of pure decision that they just won't put on a VR headset. They're just against it, you know, for whatever reason. So maybe it's old thinking, whatever, but there needs to be some type of accessibility, and preferably funded by governments and educational system, because this is the future. People need to learn, you know.
So I agree with Masha and Gil. I'm gonna stick with it's the plumbing, right? The infrastructure, and that's what Computecoin is focused on at the moment. So we're doing, the dirty work, just to make sure that people are gonna have a cool, real-time experience. Nice. So yeah.
And guys, what do you think like the biggest use case in the metaverse industry outside of gaming? Is it like galleries, concerts, or like any other use case that you can think about? Not exactly now, it can be like in a longer term, but what will bring like the mass adoption?
I'm okay. So the largest market on the planet is the human attention market, right? And
tell us more. What is that?
So
you have my attention,
right? If you're a celebrity, if you're working with celebrities now, right? The celebrities, them promoting their metaverse project or concert, their experience, I think that's going to facilitate quick mass adoption.
And Gil?
He said it perfectly. I mean, like literally. He said it perfectly.
What would be maybe the second biggest?
Maybe NFTs?
I think the second biggest is maybe just because I see how important and essential Zoom is to people. I think that I personally think that people will fall in love and become addicted to the whole meeting someone like in person, you know.
Digital cafe,
digital Thanksgiving,
digital bar.
You know, I mean, sometimes people can't travel. Sometimes I don't know. Well, it's very, very. I see that being the main use case in the future, just because of necessity. But I'd like to see the metaverse being used in not just that, but also having fun.
I agree. Yeah,
related to human attention.
That's what I'm saying. It's very much human attention. That's why he said it perfectly.
Just good you didn't name like a porn industry as one of the biggest.
Wow, I was trying to tiptoe around that. I was trying to
that's going to be addiction, right? Like imagine VR headsets and watching that. You're done.
You're not watching it, but you're not watching it. You're there. That's the whole point. Yeah, so it's
but you're never taking it off. So that's what keeps me up at night. I'm joking.
Yeah, and Masha, you were mentioning about NFTs as well.
Yeah.
I think it's a really big use case.
NFTs are definitely a pretty large use case. With NFTs, you see their entire economies being built. The artists, creators, they can now monetize their work. They can launch the NFTs of their work. Their corporations, Visa, all these kind of companies have their own NFTs right now. Also, NFTs becomes a real online business where you can rent out your NFT to some people. For example, if you own an EtherRog or CryptoPunk, which are $1 million plus NFTs, you can rent them out to your friend to put for 2 weeks on his Twitter. So he has a rented EtherRog, and you make money on this. And in this metaverse economy, within the NFTs, you can also make money and create out those NFTs. So I think NFTs is a big future these days.
So, guys, we can summarize that there are 4 largest use cases for the metaverse: is there human attention, entertainment, and social part, including the porn industry and the NFTs.
And the gaming.
Yeah, and the
Gaming
gaming,
is
yeah.
important.
Outside of gaming, yeah. Outside of gaming.
You know what's cool with the NFTs at the institutional level? I mean, that just crushes the whole legacy finance system,
Yeah.
right? Because now you can actually own that
One
stock.
asset. Yeah. Just one asset.
Exactly. Not a third party holding it for you.
Right.
Game changer.
Like, yeah.
That's definitely this industry gonna evolve. And just maybe like a last few words for people who just joining the space, just kind of how they can learn, how they can start. Mike?
Man, well, I'm a YouTuber. So like for me, my full time is just spent researching, just reading. I look for the opportunities before they go mainstream, right? And I position my team in those opportunities before they do. So what do? I'm reading every day. Every day. Because the thing about the crypto space, right? It's 24/7, 365. And if you miss one day, it's like missing a week.
Yeah,
so
it really is, man. Wow, so true.
Yeah, and I'm at Art Basel at the moment, and I haven't been able to read anything because it's been so, it's been a good time, but I feel
You'll be out of space in a few
Exactly.
days. You'll be like, what's going on around?
I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one knows. Masha?
Yeah, read Twitter, the news, become part of the Telegram groups, go to crypto conferences.
Yeah.
That's where you can meet the humans, the real people, and they become your friends, and they will teach you, they'll explain you, they'll video call with you or sit next to you and show you how NFTs work, how this works. So very often you get into crypto, you get into this kind of space because of your friends. So you need to go out there, be proactive, meet people, and meeting a friend, making friends with somebody who is in the industry will be 100x better return than sitting alone on Twitter and trying to find online friends
That's
to
for
help
sure.
explain you.
No, meeting people definitely is a key aspect in learning about metaverse and just crypto space in general.
Absolutely. I mean, Twitter conferences, those are like really, that's what I advise everybody, all my friends to do that are not in the crypto world, as well as Decrypt. If I were to recommend any specific news source, I would do Decrypt just because they tend not to do marketing or any biased.
Mm-hmm.
They just lay down the facts about each project and explain of how it works. You know what I mean? And I think
Real facts.
I think that for a lot of people who when you say crypto, the only thing they're thinking about is Bitcoin up, down. That's the only thing they're thinking about. So you don't want to show them like an article that says that anything is better than anything else. You just need like just education. Like, hey, like you want to know how something works? Cool. Send them a Decrypt article on NFT. Let them go down the rabbit hole, and they'll just, you know what I mean? They'll actually learn. And they're not going to get approached by anybody on Decrypt. You know what I mean? Whereas on Twitter, or even not so much in a conference, but on Twitter, you get spammed a lot. And again, if you're a much older individual, you might get duped, which we don't want to happen.
Well, the question then becomes, Gil and Masha, like, if I'm a noob and I'm trying to go on Twitter, like, how do I know the person's authentic? That's the real
nobody. There's no clear answer to that. First of all, nobody should be contacting you at all on Twitter unless you met them in person. And there's like, I don't know, nobody should be contacting you on Twitter at all. Period. But they will, but you will get messages on Twitter. And
just always expect you can be scammed.
Yeah, a lot of them will seem like just
this is very real.
It's like spam emails, the same thing. These type of warnings had to be given to people, and it took people till this day to get used to not opening up random emails. People still do it, unfortunately, and there's no real solution to it because similar to crypto. I mean, email is just, anybody can go open up an email and just write out emails and send them out. You could do spam protection, but it only works so far. And same thing with, in conferences. I mean, like, okay, to attend conferences, you need ID. So like you probably won't get scammed at a conference because there might be
Right.
a little bit more
other
due
people.
diligence with
Yeah.
security, but at the same time, you might still be.
No, there's
course,
still a
like
lot
bad
of
actors,
scammers at every conference. I remember like my friend who
Absolutely.
was like in this space like from like
Absolutely, yeah.
2014 or something like that. He got scammed by other guy in the crypto
and
space.
It's unfortunate.
It happens, like,
does
even-
happen.
Even if you know like so much about space.
That's why it's just important to educate yourself, not from people. Don't ask people, hey, what should I invest in? What should I
Right.
do? Don't ask anybody, because anybody that tells you is not,
Yeah.
that's not a good thing. Educate yourself, decrypt, attend conferences to listen to the speakers, the panelists, and
And be
Twitter,
aware.
follow the actual companies
And always be aware.
and always be aware. Yeah. And just be wise.
Thank you guys so much for coming today. It was a really great conversation and really appreciate your time. Thank you everyone who joined us live. It's a Supermoon Camp.